Hello, detox dudes and dudettes. Let's all take a moment here to breathe and ground. Everybody sit quietly if you can. Put your feet on the ground. Deep breath in. Holding it for 3 seconds. Deep breath out. Deep breath in again. Breathing in that love, that prana, that chi. Breathing out that anxiety and that fear. It is possible that we are going towards that worst case scenario that I talked about in my last video. I mean, the facts are changing every day. The reactions are changing every day. And we don't know where we're headed. There are no answers. There are only questions. But there is something I want to share. There's a little story I'd like to share about this Indian tale that one of my friends told me. And actually Samuel Sagan, the founder of the Clear Vision School, was the man who told him this story. And the story goes a little something like this. There is a dark virus spirit that is roaming around trying to find the village to infect. And he finds this perfect village to go infect. So on his way, he stops in the mountains over to go to this village, and he encounters a man. And the man is just like, whoa, okay, who are you? What's going on here? And the dark spirit says, I'm going to go infect 100,000 people in that village. And the man, of course, puts up no fight and just says, okay, and bows down. And sure enough, 3 weeks later, the man hears on the news or the radio or whatever they had at the time, perhaps it was a messenger, that 300,000 people had died in the village. And he's pissed off. And the virus spirit, this black plague spirit, comes over on his way home, comes through the mountains again, and the man says, you are not a spirit of your word. You told me you were going to kill 100,000 people. You killed 300,000 people. He said, no. I only killed 100,000 people. Fear killed the other 200,000. And that is what we are going to be dealing with, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very important time to get grounded. A very important time to be a witness to reactions, okay? What's happening in the world right now, and you're going to catch waves of it in every corner, in every direction you look. You're going to catch waves of panic, fear, terror. And action does need to happen, but reaction is not a powerful place. If we come from reaction, it is not a powerful place. You know, yesterday I recognized the need for a council. I called forth a council, okay? I called forth a council of my highest people around me, all of the people who had followings, who were into health, who had a clear head on their shoulders, who were into deep spirituality, who were grounded. And I called forth this council when I first started writing the document, I was in a bit of a panic. I was like, holy shit, what is fucking happening? We need to get out of here. What's going on here? And sure enough, 6-8 hours later, when I let that reaction settle, I came to a very grounded place and recognized that, yes, that was the right move. I do need to call forth a council, and it's happening. And we're having a meeting on Tuesday with some very high individuals, some doctors and other people who do the work that I do. But it's not a let me just tell you what just went through my head. There's this mass pandemic going on in the world. There's this mass chaos, and I was just looking at the camera because I have it front-facing camera, and I was like, damn, I look tired from this angle. Perhaps I should pause and change the angle so that I look better. That's a joke. That's the masculine. The masculine, one of my teachers, Sophie McLean, she ran the Landmark Forum for a long time, and she said, whenever the Landmark Forum leaders would finish, the women would always want to know if everybody got it, and the men would always want to know, how did I do? You know, the leaders in training, they would finish and be like, hey Sophie, how did I do? How did I look? How did I come across? And the women would always be like, do you think they understood what I was trying to teach them? The masculine is always we're always thinking about ourselves, and the women are always like, how's everybody else doing? So, I'm not going to change the lens. I'm not tired. I don't know why this angle makes me look that way, but it's not important. Let's get back to business. We got to keep it light too, you know, this shit can't be all serious. That's another important lesson here. We got to keep it light sometimes. We cannot be caught in this doom and gloom, okay? We have to keep it light. So what I was sharing with you was, I was sharing with you about this council, and it feeling really right, but the way I did it in a reaction wasn't feeling very good. Now I'm very grounded and it feels really good. Now, let me share with you what this council is going to be about. And I want to share with my audience here, if you have any value add, okay? The first thing is I'm creating a council with 14 high-level individuals, and we're having a Zoom call. And on that Zoom call, we're going to explore what's going on, how to protect ourselves from the virus, and of course, the next step, which for me feels like moving into a sustainable eco-village. I want to create or be a part of the creation of a sustainable eco-village, relatively off-grid, that if shit hits the fan, or it doesn't, it's still a beautiful way of live. I want to create a new earth, a new era, a new way, and I want to just create it. See, right now, talk doesn't matter. Right now, nothing matters except for frequency, okay? The facts will change dramatically every day. This is like predicting the stock market. Very few can predict the stock market. Most people are going to have their opinions, their ideas, their concerns, their judgments. Nothing matters. Doesn't matter how intelligent someone is, nothing matters. How will humanity handle the situation is an ever-changing flux of emotional chaos. Okay, we are in an era of chaos. We have no idea what's coming in the next 3 months. In my world, it could be like everything can be the same except for we don't watch NBA and TV shows and we can't fly, but all of our food remains the same, to a degree of like mass chaos and hysteria where we need to start getting serious about food storage and living off grid and not being in a city and having the loved ones around you. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I really don't. But the thing that's cooking right now has the potential to be anything, in my opinion. All that being said, frequency is what will heal. Leaders coming up, stepping out of the fear of death and out of the fear of the virus, coming up and creating a new humanity is what is required right now. Okay? This is an opportunity. Before there's a breakthrough, there's always a breakdown. This is the breakdown of potential breakdown of society, of everything that we've known. This is all that we've been training for all of these years. This is exactly what we want on some level. This is exactly what we've been working for. All of the spiritual practices, all of the grounding, staying aligned in the time of disaster is crucial right now. Staying connected to nature is going to be massively important right now. The answers will be in nature. The answers are not going to be on the television. The answers are not going to be in this ever-spinning, looping fear and mind that we may catch ourselves in. The answer will be in vibration, in connecting to this animal body, connecting deep into the earth, feeling, sensing. We will need all of our psychic abilities at this time. We will need others. We cannot do it alone. Lone wolf is a joke right now. We will need other people. And it's a storm that's happening right now. Sometimes we just need shelter from the storm, okay? Sometimes we just need to let this all pass. I'm not saying any dramatic action needs to be taking place right now. Be internal with your energy. You don't need to share energy with tons of people right now. You can be internal But at some point in time, perhaps action is needed for a move to a different country, to a different place, a safety location. But for now, what I'm feeling, other than the planting the seeds of this council. By the way, if you are involved in eco-village projects, if you have money, if you have resources, if you have a resonance with what I'm passing to you right now, reach out to me, josh@thedetoxdudes.com. Let's see if you can be part of this project, if you can add value, if you can bring something tangible that you can help get this project up and running, regardless of coronavirus, okay? This is a project that should be done no matter what. I'm creating a new way of being, a new way of living in communion with Earth, communion with each other. And I've been wanting to do this for years, but now is a great time to really manifest it. So the other thing I wanted to say is that this storm that's happening around you, try not to take it personally, okay? It's a storm of chaos. Try not to make it about your life. Oh my God, I'm dying. Oh my God, I have anxiety. Oh my God, what's happening? Try not to make it personal. It's an energy. It's like imagine a storm instead of rain. It's panic and fear. We just need to take shelter sometimes. We just need to go inward. Be present in the storm. Oh, it's a storm. It's like a winter. Let the winter happen. You don't run outside in the snow and the ice, slamming the ground, angry at God because there's no crops. You knew it was the winter. You know it's the winter. So we may be coming in a coronavirus winter right now. Okay, it's a different phase. It's internal. It's a winter. And it's a hell of a good time to work on your health. Jesus Christ. The other thing that's coming through right now is careful with the internet. When we're locked indoors, or when the world is, there's not that much to do out in the world, or things are shifting out in the world, there's a propensity to spend an exorbitant amount of time on the internet. And the internet is going to be more of a spin. So, for instance, many people probably can't even keep track of this video because it's already 13 minutes long. Their mind is trained at another speed, okay? So I'm asking and sharing with you that you must train yourself out of that speed and come into a slower, more earth-connected speed. That speed will be troublesome. The wrong decisions will be made from that speed. The right decisions, the high decisions, will be made from a different frequency, a different speed. We must slow down. So please follow your breath, catch your center. Do not spin out in the internet and spin out on all of this fear and anxiety and worry that's happening. There is action that needs to be taken, but it doesn't need to be dramatic or in a state of fear, right? And for action, that's going to be different for each individual, and it's going to be different along this timeline. It could be business as usual. It could be very unwise to go invest money in a eco-village somewhere when nothing changes in your hometown. You're able to go to Whole Foods, and you're able to do this, and you're able to do that, and survival is a relatively easy thing. But it's always good to have something, hedge our bets, right? Because I don't know where this is going. I really don't. I think it could be business as usual. I pray to some degree that it is, but I'm also prepared for stepping into an entirely new way of existence and a new way of being. So I'm just going to do about 30 seconds of grounding and healing here for all of you guys. You may not know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to be sending you guys some healing right now through the camera, deep into your belly. Calm, light earth flowing into your belly, flowing into your heart. Stay connected. Breathe. Now is the time to be a Jedi warrior. Now is the time for a new humanity. Now is the time for your peace, your center in the storm. Nothing will be as important as finding your center in this storm right now. Alrighty, folks. Peace.